So, which one has this enrollment time that you can only do through a certain period of time? The private or Obamacare?
That's Obamacare. So
Why is that?
So it's probably accounting purposes, right? Because again, it's a federal program that's laying out all these guidelines, and every carrier that participates in Obamacare has to follow those guidelines, right? And so it ties in with the government providing tax money, right? That money goes to these insurance carriers. To me, it makes sense where they have to have a certain enrollment period so that they can do all this paperwork and everything that needs to be done in order to get everybody enrolled, payments going back and forth. So I think they keep it to these enrollment times.
And then if you miss it?
So here's how enrollment works. Enrollment starts November 1st every year and runs through December 15th, right? That's your normal time in which you can go in and look for insurance within the Obamacare health system. Now, outside of those times, you have special enrollment situations, right? And these special enrollment situations are for things like you moved to a different state, you lost coverage at your job, you have new family members that you're adding to the policy. So there's a group, there's probably about 6 or 7 different special circumstances. You got out of jail, you just got home from the military. So a few different things that if any of those things happen, you have 30 days to go on to Obamacare and set up and get your insurance situated. Now, one of the great things about that system is that although there is an open enrollment, you have your special enrollment situations, and now they just opened up. There's a year-round enrollment that's now open for very low income individuals. Okay.
What is considered very low income?
So low income depends on the state and the county, right?
Okay.
But it's all based on poverty limits, right?
Okay.
So the government issues national poverty numbers, right, based on each state and based on all the different formats and data points that they have. And so if you are below what's called the FPL, the federal poverty limit, you are considered low income individual. So for example, in the state of Florida, I want to say a low-income individual is 150 times that number, right? And so it might be 30,000, 32,000, but then you got to figure out how many people are in that household. So it's tough to say.
Yeah.
It's a calculation. It's a calculation of how many people are in the household versus how much money is being made.
Okay.
So now people that are very low income can access those programs year round. Probably the individuals, barbers, right, who are getting started or just going, they're going to have a decent income and they'll be able to just qualify for their tax credits. It's really important that whether it's a barbershop owner or just the barbers themselves, that they're getting this information and that they're using it and getting prepared. Okay, I know that I can't go into special enrollment right now. Fine, I need to get myself insurance come November 1st. Right? If that person wants to have some sort of insurance prior, they can go private market as a gap coverage to gap the time that they can't get into Obamacare. So let's use right now in July, somebody needs insurance. They would take out a private insurance that would go all the way to the end of October. And then, that would go all the way to the end of the year, right? Because although you're enrolling in Obamacare November through December, that policy doesn't start until January 1.
Okay.
Right? So that person essentially would take out a private insurance for the remainder of the year, and then their Obamacare policy would start January 1.